you think the real winner is?
The biggest winner is the Green Bay Packers. But this is actually a situation where everyone wins. It's just degrees of winning. And I'm basing that on an understanding. My understanding of the situation is that much like Adam Schefter was discussing, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, I forgot how many weeks already. But Adam doesn't just pull things out of the air. He's talking to a lot of people. It seems that the cap hit was going to be too great for the Packers to swallow this year. So Aaron Rodgers is not a stupid guy. He understands that too. So the Packers, look, you can go after this year. It'll be up to you. Mm-hmm. But we need you for this year because we're not going to get killed on the cap and also lose Aaron Rodgers. And what they've done here is keep Aaron Rodgers, ostensibly a committed Aaron Rodgers, on a Super Bowl contender. Came pretty close last year, even the year before, right? With a real shot to win the Super Bowl. They're not marching him back at gunpoint. They're not forcing his hand. He is willingly going, which means he'll be committed. And then they have a year to change his mind, right? They bought themselves a year to change his mind. So Rodgers wins because if he wants out, he'll be out after the season. The Packers win. They'll still be able to trade him and get a bounty for him, multiple firsts and everything. And they have an extra year to change Rodgers' mind. And they have a shot at the Super Bowl this year.
Win-win, except Aaron Rodgers is the biggest winner because what did he do? He turned a team that used a first-round pick on a quarterback and basically forced them to make concessions the team could have done from the very beginning. Hey, Aaron, we want to take this quarterback. How you feel about it? Hey, Aaron, we're thinking about letting go of this receiver. We're thinking about getting that. How do you feel, Aaron? What do you want, Aaron? These are questions that could have been asked last year, years before, and they could have avoided this situation. So the Packers basically put Aaron Rodgers in this position by getting another quarterback and then saying, oh, wait, that quarterback that we drafted, he's not good enough right now for us to win in 2021. Hey, Aaron, please stay with us. Don't leave. We want you. I don't know what they were doing in Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers is the huge winner because he gets what he wants. I will die on this hill and say that Aaron Rodgers has the best chance of winning a Super Bowl this season in Green Bay. But the fact that he gets to, after this year, test out the Tom Brady theory of going elsewhere and seeing what you could do there, he's really the big winner.
Thank you, Kim. I'm glad we got somebody with some damn sense on this set. Aaron Rodgers the biggest winner. We had a conversation. Look, Green Bay by default is in good position because Aaron Rodgers is their quarterback for 1 year. That's default. You got a player that just strong-armed an entire organization and became the requisite general manager and decision maker when it comes to roster development and how things are supposed to look. By the way, Randall Cobb just got traded to the Green Bay Packers. Guess who wanted that to happen? Aaron Rodgers. So he's going to continue to win in this particular situation. Max, I was adamant about Aaron Rodgers not coming back to Green Bay. Didn't think it was going to happen. But I damn sure ain't think they was going to make him the general manager, the owner / head coach, decision maker. And Gutekunst got up there and talked about he has input. It's almost the same as it always been. How in the hell you going to make somebody believe that after all of the stuff that we watched transpire this season and then all of these decisions and concessions are made in order to bring Aaron Rodgers back?
Yep, that's a mistake by Gutekunst.
In what NFL world do you know of a player saying, I don't want to be there, I ain't doing a damn thing this offseason that has anything to do with the Green Bay Packers, and then ultimately shows up for camp and just everything go by the wayside? Man, you know what kind of concessions had to be made in order to get Aaron Rodgers back in that building? And we will continue to see things unfold as this offseason goes along, as this season goes along. I'm with it. Everybody is right. Y'all been right. The Green Bay Packers have a great chance to win a Super Bowl. It's a great roster. All of those things were true before Aaron Rodgers decided to let us know that he wanted out of Green Bay. We had just saw him in the NFC Championship. I get it. They're going to get a haul in draft picks. They're going to do all of this that everybody is talking about. That was going to happen anyway. The Green Bay Packers knew that was going to happen anyway, right, whether they decide to trade him right now or they trade him a year from now. Aaron Rodgers just strong-armed an entire damn organization, and y'all going to say the organization is the winner. Y'all crazy.
All right, let me get in here. Gutekunst did just speak, and he did admit to the fact that there were communication lapses with Aaron Rodgers, which we all know, a little bit of Captain Obvious there. But Max, I want to come back to you because you had said all along, Aaron's the guy with the power. The Packers need to come to him on TV and say, Aaron Rodgers is their boss. They will do as they're told. So does this turn of events surprise you, how this ultimately played out, that he's back in Green Bay?
No, not at all. And first of all, this is what I want to know. How is Kimberly, who has all this inside information, who talks to people all the time, how is Marcus, who's a veteran of the NFL, how is it that neither of those things, how are my opinions so much better? Could you explain that to me? It shouldn't be this way. And yet clearly
And who's
the
mine?
audience can see,
Yeah.
Molly.
The
audience can
Let you
plainly
tell it.
Now, let me explain why the Packers win here, Molly, and
Okay.
why I'm unsurprised.
Okay.
Because the real win for them is they have another year to change Rodgers' mind. See, they're not calling the shots. The reason you guys are saying Aaron Rodgers wins, look at him, he's a shot caller. I've been known that he's a shot caller. The NFL has changed. The NFL has made the quarterback so important that if you are Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Aaron Rodgers, if you are a far outlier, right? You say jump, they say how high, and they don't come down until you tell them to. The Packers are learning this now. Now, the cap hit was such that I'm sure the back channel communication is, we just can't take the hit. It's not like Rodgers was really going to retire. He may have waited out a year, and they didn't want to lose that year, but neither did he. But more than that, they understand now they have a year to try to win a Super Bowl and change Rodgers' mind. And in fact, Gutekunst saying anything like he's saying now is not helping. He still hasn't learned to put his ego aside. Just check the ego, forget about all the double talk to make it look like you're in charge, and just give it up. Rodgers is calling the shots. You got him for one more year. Clock's ticking. You got 1 year to change the boss's mind because he will decide what happens. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.